had some technical difficulties for the first 2 innings, but nevertheless, Presley Snell getting us started off in the circle against MMI, and the Bevill State Bears on top of MMI 1-0 as they scored a run in the first inning. And now up to the plate, Dockery, as she'll send that over into foul territory. 1 out here, and 0-1 in the count.
Yeah, fast start to game 2 here. We're rolling right along. Presley's working quick, being efficient.
Now it's going to be 1-1. 1 out here. Snell the pitch. That's sent over right straight to Abby, and that's going to be recorded for the 3rd out. So let's mention our sponsors real quick. We didn't have a chance with the shotgun start to leave those off. It's Pinnacle Bank, Sapp Law Firm, Honda of Jasper, Jasper Discount Auto Parts, Jake's on 4th, Alpha Knight and Hayes Agency, Bank of Walker County, Bevill State, Timberline Homes, Carl Cannon, Tarles Tree Service, Rock and Roll Sushi, Los Reyes, Collins Burke, Nelson Bryan Bowling and Cross, and the Northwest Mental Health Center. We appreciate each and everybody. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Go AG, lead us off now.
Welcome back, everybody. Bevill State Softball here on WJLX and the Bevill State Softball Facebook pages and on YouTube. AG will get us started here.
AG had a good game in game 1, 2 for 3 at the plate. Also made some great plays on defense that we're used to seeing from her.
Yeah, she's up to the plate now. It seems like she gets Player of the Week nod defensively every single week, as the first pitch is going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Bevill State leads 1-0 after they didn't succeed in the first game. Second game is off to a good start. AG will slap this one straight over towards second base, and nobody's going to grab that one as the speedster. And she is high-stepping and skipping over on first.
Yeah, with her kind of speed, I'm not sure she makes that play even if she fields it cleanly.
Well, from one Carbon Hill Bulldog to another one, and one Guy sister to another one. Here's Art Ray Guy. And interestingly enough, AG standing over there on first base and was just dancing up a storm. It's always a good time when AG's in the house. So we'll have another pitching change, and we'll introduce the new pitcher, the Sapp Law Firm pitching change. Just a moment. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back, everybody. Bevill State Softball here on the WJLX and Bevill State Softball Facebook pages and on YouTube. As Ray Guy now up to the plate. That's going to be in there for a ball. Runner on first, and that's AG. as anytime we could see her take off. Next page, and guess what? She's taken off. There she goes, Mimi. That's number 26. She's now tied with Ray for stolen bases. That's tied second in the division.
Exactly what you want to see, the two God sisters starting this inning off.
So 1-1 in the count. There's the pitch. Ray's going to bunt this one. The throw is going to be in time. They will get Ray, but meanwhile, AG will advance over to third. So now up to the plate is Sarah Carter. And, you know, Sarah was up in the studios on Tuesday with Abby and Laura Lee, and she loves when those speedsters are on the base creating all that havoc and aggravating catchers.
I would too, batting right behind them. Get a lot of RBI opportunities. You're not even needing a base hit. Fly ball to the outfield or ground ball at the middle will do the trick for you.
Next pitch, and that one's also in for a ball. Sydney Elam is your new pitcher for MMI. The 2-0. And that one is sent out to the outfield. It's going, and that is heading to Main Street Summerton. A big home run by Sarah Carter.
What a great swing by Sarah. Opposite field approach. Almost hitting the scoreboard out there. 2 more on the board for the Bears.
So a Jake's-on fourth 2-run home run courtesy of Sarah Carter. There's another example why she likes those speedy gazelles on the base in front of her. They help with the RPI totals.
And we talked about at the end of Game 1, we've seen the momentum carry over to the early innings of Game 2 for this offense. This is why you got to feel confident even with the score being what it was in Game 1.
So now Bell Billings up to the plate. And that one didn't even get
just a bit low there.
Close.
From Elam.
And, well, the coach wants a timeout, and I don't really blame him. So we'll have another Sap Law Firm pitching changes. Looks like the bomb squad has chased off another pitcher again. So we'll be right back. Well, welcome back, everybody. Let's introduce your new pitcher, and this is going to be Addison Mitchell. We barely had any time at all to discuss Sydney Elam before the bomb squad's already chased her off, and now Bell's just going to send one straight up, and that one's going to be recorded for the second out. Base is empty. Bevill's already scored a couple of runs thanks to a Sarah Carter 2-run bomb just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Mitchell also the third MMI pitcher we've already seen here, and we're only in the bottom of the third.
Well, Abby's now up to the plate, and well, it's very interesting to take a look. You just wondered how deep that MMI goes. Abby's going to smack that one into center, but it's going to be grabbed for the out.
A great at-bat by Bell there. Hit it hard, just right at center fielder.
Well, it doesn't look like anybody's keeping up with the outs in either dugout, but we'll go ahead and step away just after we tell you all about our fine sponsors. Pinnacle Bank, Sap Law Firm, Honda of Jasper, Jasper Discount Auto Parts, Jake's on 4th, Alpha Knight Hayes Agency, Bank of Walker County, Bevill State, Timberline Homes, Carl Cannon, Tyler's Tree Service, Rock and Roll Sushi, Los Reyes, Collins Burke, Nelson Bryan, Bolden and Cross, and the Northwest Mental Health Center. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Bevill State Softball as the MMI Tigers up to bat now. Carly Blanton facing off against Presley Snell, who thus far in the initial 3 innings has absolutely pitched a gem. Bevill leads 3-0 as we are in the top of the 4th inning, and I tell you what, Brooks, this game's going a lot quicker than the first one did.
Yeah, Presley's being really efficient here.
Blanton send this straight up, and it looks like Ain't may be able to get this one, and she does record it. That's Peyton Pike for the first out.
I'd say Peyton's getting a lot of work early here, the first few innings of this game out in left field. Presley's done a good job keeping them off balance, especially the heart of this order. That's really good.
Now, speaking of really good, Hobson up to plate. Boy, she really dominated in that first inning. That first game.
Yeah, first game and first inning. We have still yet to get her out a base hit in her first at bat.
Well, here's the 0-1. The pitch. That one's going to be down there for a ball, 1-1 in the count.
So Hobson 5 for 5 today with a hit by pitch and a home run.
Goodness. Well, here's the 1-1. Hobson, well, that one's going to be a foul. 1-2 in the count.
That's that weak contact Presley's so good at getting. Her ability to spin the ball off the plate, work both sides of the plate with screwballs in and curveballs away.
The 1-2, that's popped straight on back. I was hoping just a moment ago that was going to go right straight on a routine ball to Maddie and get Hobson out herself. Well, that one's going to squirt away as it's 2-2. Bears up 3-0 now. Run scored in the first inning when we had technical problems. And then a couple more runs in the 3rd inning. And that one is sent over into foul territory. Yeah, don't go hopping over that, AG. I know AG can do a lot of spectacular aerial stunts, but I don't want to see her jumping over that fence to go grab that. 2-2. Pitch outside. Full count now, 3-2.
It's a good take by Hobson. She's been fouling off that curveball away. Finally laid off of it. May see Presley try to bust her inside with that screwball.
Well, here's that full count pitch, and Hobson will foul this away. Remain at full count with 1 out. Another full count pitch. Hobson will foul that, pop that one up. AG, the reliable fielder that she is, will grab that and once again, and it's the 2nd out.
It's the first time Hobson's been retired today by a Bevill pitcher, so big moment there for Presley. Try to get through this inning, 1-2-3.
Well, next up to the plate is Brashears, and she's very dangerous, but we have not seen her be able to get one of those home runs. She's got 12 on the year off of any of our pitchers yet. Hopefully we will not see that any further.
Yeah, the Bears have done a good job with her. Only 1 for 5 today. Hit the ball hard a couple of times. Remember, AG robbed her of a base hit in that first game. But for the most part, just that one single, the lone blemish.
Let's hope that continues as it's 2-0 in the count. And Brashear will foul this one away, and it's now 2-1.
That's what you got to love about Presley. Veteran arm come in here when you need a win to be that stopper after a loss.
2-1 now is going to ring to 3-1.
She's performing excellent so far.
Presley with the 3-1 pitch. That one is sent straight on up, and thankfully it's going to be all foul because Brooks, that was up in the air for a real long time.
That ball had some distance just straight up.
So 3-2 in the count. Presley looks and she will deliver, and that one's popped straight on up, and it will be foul. Count remains 3-2 with 2 outs here. Here's the 3-2, and that one's popped up as well. Now Sarah looks like she's going to hover into that one, and she does grab it for the 3rd and final out. Bears still pitching a shutout. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. They're up 3-0. We'll be right back. Welcome in, everybody, to Bevill State Softball as we're getting ready to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Lily Townsend is going to get us started off here.
Romero Lily, big game in game 1. 2 home runs, 4 RBI for her.
Addison Mitchell, still your pitcher for MMI. The first pitch, in for the strike, on 1 the count. Addison Mitchell's already lasted longer than one of the other pitchers that we've seen from MMI. The 0-1. Now going to be 1-1.
Which is crazy considering that was only the 5th pitch she's thrown.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch. Now 2-1 in the count.
We've talked about it, that you always have confidence in this Bears lineup. You still put up 7 runs in that first game.
The 2-1, and Lily will foul that straight back. Coming into the game, Lily had 8 doubles. She also had a triple and 4 home runs, along with 38 RBIs. That's not obviously updated for current stats because she had a really good game 1. 2-2 now in the count. The pitch, now 3-2 as it's full count. Here's the 3-2. And fouled straight on back as now the battle is growing longer. Favor more of Lily's side.
Great job. Foul that pitch off right at the top of the zone. Would have been a strike, but not a easy pitch to hit. Everything's been up this at bat.
Another full count pitch, and this one's sending, and it's going, and left field's going to grab that one for the first out.
Looked very similar to her home run in game 1 to left field. Got it up high, but just short this time.
Well, coming up to the plate is Boomer. We saw some good playing by Boomer last game. Unfortunately, one of it came from hit by pitch, but, you know, hey, oh, that one was rocked. Hit towards shortstop, and it's going to be recorded for the second out. Now coming up to the plate is Maddie Fillers. Maddie came into the game hitting 429, into the day hitting 429. 7 home runs, 8 doubles, a triple, 38 RBIs.
Maddie also had a home run in game 1 today.
He was our player of the day last week as well.
Yep, had a few hits, but mostly for her excellent work on the in circle.
Mm-hmm. The 1-0. That one's going to be in there for a ball now, 2-0. Bears up 3-0. A run in the first inning and a 2-run home run by Sarah Carter. And that one is swung for a strike. And inning number 3 has got us to a 3-0 lead. And I can tell you this is nothing like game 1. I think we already had somewhere along the lines of, I think 14 runs already scored by this time in the first inning. The first game.
And what's funny is this game had more runs in the first inning than game 1 did. First game, 2 zeros got put up and looked like it was going to be a pitcher's duel.
Straight on back. And not going to be caught by anybody. It'll remain foul. 2-2 in the count.
Instead, here in game 2, Bears got that 1 in the first. Now it's, besides the 2 they've tacked on, it's been quick outs for both teams.
Here's the 2-2. Maddie's going to foul that one straight on back once again, and as it will remain 2-2. Maddie back in the box. Another 2-2 delivery. Maddie will foul that one away as the battle continues.
Good battle here from Maddie. Pitch number 8, this at bat.
Here is the pitch. That one was extremely high. I don't know if Kevin Durant could have hit that.
Changeup missed up. Probably going to have to come with a fastball here on a full count.
Well, here is the full count. Pitch. Maddie fouls that one straight on back. And did the catcher grab that one? I don't think that she called that one.
No, I think may have hit the net. She may have missed it, but new life here for Maddie.
That's the first time I've ever said the pole got in the way. Huh.
Yeah, the tent covering the top, I couldn't see if it hit the net, but she just missed it.
Well, here's another full count pitch, and Maddie's going to go down swinging. Out number 3. So we're heading to the top of the 5th inning. Bears still on top, 3-0. What's on TV out there in center field there, Brooks?
It's like some like indoor from Return of the Jedi or something.
Okay. Oh, so this is the Great Redwoods. The Great Redwood channel?
Yeah, just some, it kind of blends in with the background, our tree lawn here.
By the way, did you tune in for any of our news from the Weird on Monday?
I did not.
Oh, you missed it. We had news from the Weird, or from Florida, whichever you want to call it. My favorite
Same
one
thing.
was this. Florida man gets drunk.
Yeah.
He shoots his imaginary friend and then turns himself into police.
I think we've all been there a time or two.
I don't think I've ever been there that bad where I shot my imaginary friend. He didn't do anything to deserve that.
We've all been 21 in Florida.
21 was 30 years ago for me, man. That's hurting. So anyhow, as we were entering the top of the fifth inning, Presley once again, we saw this just a few weeks ago. She had come back from surgery, pitched an absolute gem of the game. As a matter of fact, was actually the conference pitcher of the week.
Yeah, got her a couple of wins, one in relief, and then that masterpiece that we saw in person here in Summiton.
The first pitch, and that's sent straight up. AG is underneath that one, and usually reliable. AG gets it for the first out.
See, Presley's just got such great spin on her pitches. She can be in the zone early, get swings, but weak contact because of the spin on that ball.
Well, Emily Rice, who I can tell you, she's worth the gratitudes of her pitching accolades thus far. She is very good up there in the circle. She's up at the plate now, 1-0 in the count.
Presley got her looking in her first at-bat. She was 3 for 3 in game one.
And that's sent straight over, and Maddie's just going to grab that one and two-step it over straight to first base for the second out.
Nice play by Maddie over at first.
Now, this is our first time this game to talk about our Cordova Blue Devil for MMI, Shelby Black, who had an absolutely stellar first game. She was crushing the ball all over the place.
Yeah, 2 big extra base hits, both to drive in runs, with one being that home run over left field.
The 0-1 in the count, and the next pitch outside for a ball, 1-1 the count. The 1-1, line's going to be down for another ball, so 2-1 in the count. Two and one, fouled straight on back, 2-2 in the count. And Brooks, I'll tell you, in between MMI and Bishop State, we've seen both of those. These are going to be tough contests. I imagine we're going to see them tournament time. I don't know anybody else that's going to be able to stop them. Maybe Central.
Yeah, there's that logjam of 5 teams all within a couple games of each other. There's definitely.
That one's fouled straight on back, and Bell's going to grab that one for the third out.
Presley just keeps on rolling.
Through the top of the fifth inning, it's a shutout thus far for the Bears. It's 3-0. Brooks and I will be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to Bevill State Softball here on both the Bevill State Softball Facebook pages and the WGLX Facebook page and on YouTube. Camden Johnson, the Cordova Blue Devil, is going to get us started off here. First pitch is going to be in there for a ball. Hey, we had a Cordova Blue Devil that just finished us off for MMI.
Yeah, from one cool. to one to end one inning and one to start the other. Also came in late in game one, got a base hit.
Well, here is the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a ball. 1-1's the count. Here is the 1-1. Another ball, so 2-1 in the count. Mitchell, since she's been entered in the game, has been pretty pedestrian. You can't fault her for anything that she's done since she's got in there, but that one is smacked. Johnson, and that one's going to be tracked down for the first out. So now coming up to the plate will be AG, which means you have a double helping of the Guy sisters next.
Yeah, Mitchell has not given up a hit. One strikeout, no walks so far in her 2 innings of work.
The first pitch to her, and that's going to be outside, so 1-0. The 1-0, AG will foul that one over, so 1-1.
AG's had great at-bats all day today in both games, setting the table for that top of the order right behind her.
Yeah, that's where Sarah Carter loves to see those two Guy sisters out there on the base pass. The 1-1, that'll need another ball.
Yeah, I saw y'all's interview earlier this week. Is that the first time y'all have had 3 at the same time this year?
I think so, yeah. 2-1. Now 3-1. There was one that I missed, unfortunately. The days got changed up, so I wasn't there for that one. But most of the time, we've tried to been there for a little extra interview. 3-1. AG will foul that one away. So 3-2 in the count. Now we're hoping, crossing our fingers, AG might be on the guest list for Tuesday. She was a lot of fun last year. Woody really liked AG because she was kind of eclectic. Oh, and that's going to be a strikeout. So out number 2. Now coming up to the plate will be Ray Guy. The first pitch up there for a ball, 1-0 in the count. The 1-0. Ray sends that one out into the outfield, and it's going to be grabbed for the third out. So we're heading to the top of the 6th, Bevill State with a 3-0 lead. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Bevill State softball here on the WGLX and Bevill State softball Facebook pages and on YouTube. Presley Snell thus far has pitched another gem. It's 3-0 Bears. Up to the plate now, Alexander Gray for the MMI Tigers. The first pitch was a ball. Next pitch, that one's rocketed out there to the outfield. It will be in for a base hit. So now up to the plate will be Kyron Damon. No outs here, runner on first base. Damon back in the box. First pitch. That one's rocketed out there. Carter's got that one, and that's going to be the first out.
Nice play by Sarah. A little bit of a football catch over her shoulder, running back.
The ever dangerous Nicole Dockery now up. Now I forgot when Sarah was in the studio the other day to talk about how much you malign her every day.
Yeah, you should have brought that up. She always watches back, at least her at bats in our broadcasts. So she always is texting me, either giving it back to me or. And of course, she was actually upset about her performance last week, so I was not exaggerating that.
1-0, and that's in for a strike, 1-1. Allow me to congratulate Sarah on the fabulous 2-run home run that she hit back in inning number 3. Great job, Sarah. The 1-1. Now, found out, and this is actually really cool, Sarah has a weighted bear that she sleeps with at night. I thought that was really cool. I need one of those for my
on the
daughter.
bus, actually, on road games. And sometimes it may, find its way to my seat for a little bit.
Oh.
We haven't exactly worked out, like, a custody agreement on, like, weekends, but...
Oh, that's sent out to AG, and she's going to grab that one for the second out. You don't, dress it up or anything like that, do you?
No, I'm a big animal guy.
Okay.
I like to have, but speaking of which, have you met our team cat?
No, I have not.
You'll probably see him over here if you, after the game, going to look for a player of the game. There's this random stray cat that's been hanging out here for practices and stuff, and it's like the friendliest thing ever. It'll rub up on you and just let you pet it all day.
Cool.
I believe the girls have named him Edie.
Oh, okay. Blanton's going to foul this one away, so it's going to be 1-1 in the count. Although, since it's a cat, wouldn't it be more at home with the MMI play? I don't know. I figure tigers and cat.
Yeah, he's white and orange too. So.
Blanton fouls that one back, and it's 1-2 in the count.
Big moment here for Presley. Hobson on deck.
That one's fouled away. Sarah's not going to be able to get it, and be careful, Sarah.
It's a play Sarah's got to make, honestly, but
we don't need her to run into the wall, man.
If she was just a little bit taller, maybe.
1-2 in the count. Oh, and that one is nailed right in the elbow. That's in the funny bone. That wasn't funny. Certainly doesn't feel funny.
The way she reacted at first, I thought I may have hit her knob of the bat, but now you gotta face Hobson here.
Now, Hobson has been particularly dangerous in so many of her bats today. She was a monster in the first inning. But there's 2 outs, and the Bears can nip this in the bud really quickly.
Like Coach Harris was also asking, like I thought it may have hit the knob of the bat, but confirmed hit by pitch. Now you got to face Hobson.
And first pitch, down in the zone, 1-0 the count.
Presley's actually held her down. Hobson had a little pop single in her first at bat. Go out to right in her second.
We've had
a pitch runner here.
Courtesy runner, which is Rebecca Roy in for Blanton. Count as 1-0, and the pitch. Another ball, 2-0 in the count.
It's a situation that got the MMI best hitter at the plate as the tying run. Don't want to give her anything too good to hit here.
2-0, now 3-0.
But at the same time, you are the team with the lead. You want to be aggressive.
And Brashear is up. We know her she hadn't shown it today, but she's got a capability to hit
this
homes.
lineup is too good, though.
And that one's going to be a walk. So the bases are loaded now. The good news is there's a force at any base with 2 outs.
Go talk to her veteran pitcher here. 2 sophomores know each other very well.
And, you know, Maddie commented on this when I interviewed her last week about the little talk that Boomer gave her when she was in that count 1-0 and how it just changed the entire complexion of her game. And she said it was a great mentoring moment.
Yeah, it's always good when you got that veteran presence behind the plate and calm you down. They know all their pitchers so well. Sometimes you just need a mental breather, too.
Well, here's the first pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1 the count with 2 outs here, and the bases loaded.
It's not an exaggeration to say this is the biggest at-bat so far in the doubleheader today. Bears looking to split here.
The 0-1 in for another strike. This is looking eerily similar to the same way that Maddie started out last week after her little bit of a stumbling start. Here's an 0-2. Now it's 1-2.
That's a great pitch there. 0-2, high fastball. Big strikeout batter at the plate.
Here's the 1-2. Now 2-2.
Is where you want to make your pitch. Don't want to go full count, especially with 2 outs. Runners will be on the move then. Got to make your best pitch right here.
2 outs now, and the 2-2 pitch. Brashear will foul this one away. It'll just remain at 2-2. Two outs here. Bases loaded. 2-2 in the count. The pitch. Brashear will send this one out in the outfield. AG grabs this one, and the relay's not going to be in time. 1 run will score. So it's 3-1 now. But not necessarily one of the worst outcomes that could potentially happen. It was not a home run.
Yeah, just a single. Bases still loaded. 1 run's not going to kill you. If you make a pitch here and get out of this inning, you'll take that.
2 outs and the first pitch. In there for a ball. 1-0 the count. And that one is a beautiful swinging strike as Presley sent that one straight over on Phillips. 1-1 the count.
That's that other side of that 2-pitch combo Presley's so good at.
And that one is sent straight to Abby. Oh, my goodness, and we've had a collision. Oh, my goodness, we've had a couple of collisions all over the field.
That was a brutal play all the way around.
And it looks like they're going to call this out, I guess, for the runner obstruction as Abby was trying to make the play. They called her out on that one. Abby's going to take a little walk out there. We'll check on, make sure that she's okay, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. The score now 3-2. Sarah Carter now up at the plate. That's going to be fouled straight on back. Last time Sarah was at bat, she hit a 2-run home run. The 3-2 is the score. The 0-1. That one's down in the dirt, 1-1.
They have a weird play there with Abby getting hit by the base runner, but great awareness by the rest of the Bears team. Presley picking up that ball and getting the out, or we would have a tie game right now.
1-1. Sarah will foul that one away, so it'll be 1-2.
Feels like I was watching a Birmingham Stallions game here, a little spring football. A lot of pads popping in that play. Catcher.
The 1-2. That one's high. 2-2 in the count. Here is the 2-2. Fouled away.
Good job by Sarah to stay back on that changeup. Foul it off. Get a easier pitch to handle here on 2-2.
And obviously the Bears would really like to have an insurance run or two. Or
oh, yeah, facing
15.
This lineup.
Yeah. 2-2 in the count. And that one's fouled straight on back as well, so it remains at 2-2. That was loud.
Good battle here by Sarah. But yeah, any runs you can get here, you're already 3 outs away from a win, but I'd much rather have that insurance.
2-2, and that is sent back, and it's just going to be a nice foul.
Bears have hit the ball hard down the line a couple of times today, just out in front.
So 2-2 in the count. They're back in the box. The pitch. He'll hold off on that one, and it's 3-2.
Mitchell will try to go back to that changeup. Sarah laid off of it.
Mitchell checks those signs. And the pitch. Sarah knocks that one straight over to the third base. The relay is going to be in time for the first out.
Nice play by Phillips over at third. Bodying that ball up, keeping it in front, making a good throw.
So now up to the plate is Bell. And you know what? Bell hit a home run in every single game last week. Have we seen the one this week?
A bit of a...
Oh, wait a minute. And never mind. Center field got it for the second out.
A few times today. It's hit the ball hard, but not much to show for it.
So with 2 outs now, here comes Abby up to the plate. The Bears on top of MMI, 3-2.
Good to see Abby still in the game after that hard collision at second base. That play that ended the top of the 6th.
The first pitch, Abby sends that one straight on back. And nobody's going to grab that one. Maybe Abby will, like turn into the Incredible Hulk now, remembering that, and smash this one, over into Main Street.
I like the way you think.
The 0-1 in there for another strike, so 0-2 the count.
That's a great pitch. Bears fans may disagree on the call, but down and away, perfect strike.
0-2 is the count. And the pitch. Oh, that one's rocketed out there in the outfield, and that will fall for a base hit. So Abby on first. Lily Townsend coming up to the plate, and Lily's done some good hitting, particularly in game number 1.
Yeah, 0 for 2 today so far in the second game, but 2 for 4 with those 2 big home runs in game 1 earlier.
Well, a home run here would be absolutely humongous
to go
for
from
Bevill.
1 run deficit to 3 would feel huge in a game like this.
The first pitch, that's going to be a ball, so 1-0 the count.
Seen Mitchell go to that changeup early in counts to these big boppers for the Bears often.
So 1-0, and that is straight on up. And it's going to be collected for the third out. So one last opportunity for MMI as they trail by 1. We'll be right back with the top of the 7th inning. Welcome back, everybody. Bevill State softball as we are beginning the top of the 7th inning. Bevill State on top of MMI 3-2. Presley Snell thus far just giving up those 2 runs in the 6th inning. Wild ending to the 6th inning that it was. That one is sent straight on up. Abby's going to grab that one for the first out. Now coming up to the plate, it will be Shelby Black, our Cordova Blue Devil for the MMI Tigers. Well, she's had quite the with the return home. This has been a great homecoming for her. 1 out here. The first pitch is in for a strike.
And how big is it? That play Presley made, the awareness to get the out at home and keep that second run from scoring on that play. At the top of the 6th, where we would be tied right now. Instead, the Bears have 1-run lead, just 2 outs away from a victory here.
Well, Snell looks and she delivers. That one's going to be for a ball. 2-1 is the count. 1 out here, bases are empty. The pitch. Oh, that one's rocketed straight over to Bell. Bell will fold that one over to Maddie, and that's the second out. So here we are for MMI. It's down to Alexandra Gray to either keep this going or for the Bears to cash this one out and split this series.
Yeah, Gray batting 8th, but it's been a bit of a problem for the Bears today. She's 4 for 6. But in the 2 contests of today's doubleheader.
Reminder for you all that will be looking on for the game, obviously on Saturday, those of you who are not making the trip, as that's going to be a strike. As Brooks mentioned, game times are going to be radically different.
11:30 first pitch Saturday for the Bears at MMI.
1-1, and that's going to also be in for a strike, so 1-2, and here we go. The payoff pitch could be next.
Which means they probably will schedule it for 1:30 second game. Realistically, probably closer to 2:30.
That one's sent out. AG is back. She's back, and she records that for the third out, and the Bears will take game 2, 3-2, and leave the series split as basically right now nothing's been settled. Both teams take a game each,
Yep,
and they're still tied at first.
Top the standings. Now, realistically, that's really, you come into today, really we know the Bears have actually played better on the road so far this year. So to get a split here, now you're feeling good. Pitchers get going again in game 2.
And I don't think it was beyond the realm of possibility to expect that not only this could split here, the next one could split. These are the two top teams in the division for a reason.
Yeah, you would love to get both, but being realistic, a split is great, especially after the way that first game looked. To have the resiliency, mental toughness, come back, get a hard-fought one-run win in game 2.
Now, I can't speak for MMI, but I don't think they would mind either if this just stayed the way it is and both of us went in, first place and let that all be decided. That way, it's got a little bit more luster on it, doesn't it? Well, that's going to wrap everything up now. Our final score, 3-2, as the Bears win over MMI in game number 2. This is going to head to Marion on Saturday. But for Brooks Foy and for Luke Wright, this is Brian Hale. So long, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday.